Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to design this calculator from the scratch. So here you can see this, we have the calculator open and up and running, and with the help of this calculator we can perform subtraction, addition, division and multiplication. So let me just show you a quick demo of this. 8 plus 8 is equal to 16 and it's working fine. Now let me clear this. 32 minus 2 is equal to 30 and it's working fine. 10.5 plus 5.0 or 3 is equal to 15.8. Yeah, everything is working. So I'm going to start design with this one. So let me just close this and let me minimize this and click on new project, and I'm going to select this empty activity, click on next, and I'm going to just name this one calc. Okay, and my SDK version is 16, API 16 selected, minimum SDK, and click on finish. This will create a new project for you within few seconds. Okay, so now my project is created, and now I'm going to move to this activity main.xml. If this one is not opened by default, then you have to just go to resources. There you have to select this layout, and here you will find this activity main XML. After this, what we have to do is there is two ways to code. Either you can drag and drop items from here, but another way is by coding through XML. That is more easier as compared to this drag and drop from my point of view. Okay, so click on split, and here by default we get the constraint layout. So I don't want this. I want to actually work with relative layout. So I'm going to change that with relative layout, and when I change this, here you can see this, now this hello world is on the top left corner. Okay, so next thing what I have to do is I don't need this text view for now, so I'm going to remove this. And after this, what I have to do is I have to add a text view on the top so that we can actually see the text, whatever, whenever user enter 5 or 6, then that text will be visible over here. So for that I have to add one text view. So just add one text view, and for this one width will be match parent and the height will be wrap content. Let me close this, and before we move further, what I have to do is I have to set the back color for this one, because in a demo or in overview I have shown you that the background is black color. So what I have to do is I have to just move over here and I have to mention background, and here we have to mention color black, and the background is black now. Next thing what we have to do is we have a text view, so I have to add ID for this text view. So ID, and here I have to name this one txt1, and now we have set the ID. After this we have to set the text, so I don't need to set the text, I'm going to just set null. After this we have to set the margin top, so I'm going to set the margin top to 5 dp, and here you can see this, we have now little bit space on the top. After this we have to set the margin bottom, I'm going to set the margin bottom, that is 10 dp. After this I've just given the margin bottom 10 dp, so that whenever we add new item inside this one, that will be added after leaving the 10 dp of space. So I will show you that. After this I need the text size needs to be large, so I'm going to set this one 45 dp. Suppose I'm going to set the text for now 888, and it's not visible because text color is black by default, so I'm going to change this text color to white, color.white, and here you can see this, that now text is white and this 888 is visible. So what we have to do is we have to just change the gravity for this one to right. I don't want this text on the left side, so what we have to do is we have to just change the gravity. So gravity is equal to, and I have to set right. Now here you can see this, now text is on the right and it's looking really nice. After this we have to set the padding, and the padding end will be 10 dp. So here you can see this, it's leave the little bit of space on the left side, sorry, padding end actually. After this I have to add the padding right. So padding right, I'm going to add 10 dp here over, After this, we have to set the, we don't have to set anything after this. Okay, so now this view is ready. Next thing what I have to do is, this text is added for the test purpose only, so I'm going to remove this, and this one is fine. After this, what we have to do is we have to add three buttons and over here. So that is nothing but 9, 8, 7 and minus or any symbol. So what we have to do is we have to add one linear layout over here. So for that, I'm going to add one linear layout like this, and width will be match parent and height will be something, height will be 130 dp, and that's good. After this, we have to close this one like this so that we can add other items after this. So here you can see this linear layout is added over this text box. So what I have to do is I have to set something like layout below ID, and we have to pass the ID for the above text view, this text view. So the ID for that text view is txt1, and when I put this here, you can see this, now this text linear layout is added below this text view, and after leaving this 10 dp of space. Here you can see this, here we have some left space. After this, what we have to do is we have to add few more properties. First, I'm going to add the ID, set the ID for this one. So ID will be btn9, because this is the ninth button. Oh, sorry, not this ID for this button. So we have to set this linear 1. This is because this is the first linear layout. So I'm going to set this one linear layout, first linear one. After this, what I have to do is we have to set the below, we have to set the margin top to 10 dp, and now this one is looking better. After this, we have to set orientation. So orientation will be horizontal. What this orientation means, it means that whatever the stuff added inside this linear layout will be either arranged in horizontal way like this one from left to right, or by vertical, it means top to bottom. So I want this horizontal buttons. So that's why I've set the orientation to horizontal. After this, now the task for linear layout is done. Next thing what I have to do is we have to start adding the items inside this one. So first I'm going to add button, and the button width will be 100 dp and height will be 120 dp. And here you can see this, the default color is visible over here, so I don't want this, I want orange button, so I will set the color also. So first I'm going to set the ID, so this one is btn9. After this, height, we have to set the margin left, so I'm going to set this margin left to 5 dp. After this, I have to set margin top 5 dp so that it look nice. After this, I have to set the background tint, and this will be the color. So hash, the color code is FF79 and 00. And you can see this, the color is set now, and this one is looking really nice. After this, we have to set the text. So text will be 9. So here you can see this, the 9 is quite small. So what you have to do is we have to actually set the size for this text. Okay. So text size, okay, let me just change the line. Text size will be 25 dp. Yeah, this one is good. After this, what I have to do is I have to set the text color. So text color will be hashtag 00000. One more zero, I guess. 6 times. Yeah, this one is good. In the same way, we have to add few more buttons. So that is nothing but the btn8. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it over here, and I'm going to change the text to 8 and the button name also to 8. And I need one more button, that is 7 over there. So I'm going to paste it and just change this one to 7 and change the text to 7. And after this, we need one more button, that will be nothing but subtraction button. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. And after this, I'm going to change this button name to btn subtract, that is sub, and I'm going to change the size to width to 80 dp, and the height will be 120. Yeah, that's good. And change the background color. So I'm going to change this one to ED and ED. Yeah, this gray color. Yeah, this one will be fine. And the text will be minus, so I'm going to put the minus symbol over here, and the text size is good, and the text color is black. Okay, so this one is looking nice. After this, what we have to do is we have to add a similar way multiples layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back over here, just copy this stuff, the complete stuff till linear layout, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it 2 more times, actually 3 times, and move back to the top. And below this, the first linear layout here, I'm going to change this name for this one to 2, and this linear layout will be below, change this one to linear 1, this one below this. After this, I'm going to change the button name to 6, because this is a 6 button. I'm going to change the text to 6, and this one will be 5, change the text to 5. After this, we have this one, change this one to 4, and the text also to 4. After this, we have the addition symbol, so I'm going to change this one to btn add, and change this plus symbol, minus symbol to plus. After this, we have this linear layout, and I'm going to change this one to 3, and this layout will be below linear layout 2. After this, we have to change the text for these buttons, so this will be 3, and change the text to 3, and this will be 2, change the text to 2, and this will be 1, change the text to 1, and this will be our divide symbol, so I'm going to change this one to div, and change this symbol to divide, this one. And after this, we have fourth linear layout, so click on this one and select fourth, and this will be below linear 3. And here the first button will be btn dot, so I'm going to change this one to dot, and change the symbol to dot actually, and I have to actually change the back color, so I'm going to copy the back color from here, and this is the change the back color to this one. And for the third button, we also have to change this one. This is the equal button, so I'm going to change that too. So this is 0. I'm going to change this one to btn 0, and change the value to 0. And after this, we have btn equal, and change this 7 to equal. And finally, the last one, this will be multiplication, so btn multiplication mul, and I'm going to put a star over here. And next thing what I have to do is I need to add one more button over here, that is clear button. So I don't need to put that inside the linear, inside this linear layout. So I'm going to put this button outside this one. This will be a button, so when I write button, this will add new button. So here it will be match parent, the width will be match parent, and the height will be 70 dp. And let me set the id first, so id will be btn clear. After this, what I have to do is we have to add few more properties. That is margin. We have to add the margin left. This will be 5 dp. Margin right, margin top. Okay, I'm going to add few margin top, that is 5 dp, and this layout will be layout below, and I'm going to add this one below this id. Okay, after this what I have to do is I have to add the background tint, so that will be this color, that is this one, hash ed. After this I'm going to set the text, that is clear. Now the text is set as clear, but it's in white color and it's very less visible. So let me show you. Here you can see this clear is very less visible. Here you can see this. I'm going to change the text color to black. So change this one to text color to color black. Here you can see this. After this, what I have to do is I have to just set the text size. That will be 25 dp, and here I don't want to keep this clear all caps. I have written here in the small letters, but it's showing cap in capital letters. So what I have to do is I have to just write text all caps, and here I have to write false. When I do this, now the clear is now in small letter except the C. Here you can see this. So now our design is ready. Now let's start and let's check this one design. So its griddle build is running and successfully, operation successful. Here you can see this one is looking nice, and small stuff is that this one is out of the box, so we can actually bring this back. Let me just make few changes. Let me stop this, move back to the top, and this is linear layout 1, linear layout 2, margin top. I'm going to just remove this margin top. I don't need margin top over here. Okay, because we have the bottom margin, so from the except the first, we have to remove the margin top from the second, and finally from the third I'm going to remove this margin top. And let's start this and now see. Now this clear is now inside our display. You can adjust according to your system. I have adjusted it according to my phone. Okay, so here you can see this. When I click on this, nothing happens because this project is Galaxy and we have started this project from the scratch. Next thing, we have to code on the Mainactivity.java. So design part is ready. We don't have to do anything on this one. So let me stop this and move back to this. That is Mainactivity.java. Here, first thing what I have to do is we have to actually initialize each button over here. So I'm going to do that. First thing, we have actually more than 10 buttons. So I'm going to initialize the button. So button, and that first button will be btn9, btn8, btn7, btn6, btn5, btn4, btn3, btn2, btn1, btn0. We have this much buttons, that is these are number key 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Next we have other buttons, so I'm going to mention those separately. So button, if this button shows error, then either you can import this over here, write this line over here, or you have to just click on this and press Alt and enter. This will import when you press Alt and enter. Okay, so next thing after this, we have to add button add, button subtract, button division, button multiplication, button dot, button clear, button equals. We need this much buttons, and we need one text view. That is, over here we have added one text view. Here you can see this. We have one advantage while we are coding with this XML. Whenever we click on any particular button or any text view inside this one, this code moves over there. So here you can see this. When I click on this, it shows this text view. When I click on one, it shows this button. Here you can see this text one is selected. When I click on this, it moves over here. So this is a very easy way to explore in the different parts of the code, and it makes the coding easy. So make use of this. After this, move back over here. Initially we have one text view, so I'm going to name this text view, and I'm going to name this one txt1. After this, what we have to do is we have to register all these buttons and text views. So move back inside this one on create method and create some space, and here we start with the button 9. So btn9 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn9. We have already said that like this. After this, btn8 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn8, btn7 r dot id dot btn7, btn6 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn6. After this, we have btn5 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn5. We have btn4 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn4. After this, we have btn3 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn3. After this, we have btn2. So btn2 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn2. Finally, we have 1. btn1, btn0, find view by id dot btn0, btn0 like this. Yeah. After this, we have now written this 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. After this, we have btn dot. So button dot is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn dot like this. After this button dot, we have button add is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn add. And finally, we have button subtract is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn subtract. After this, we have button multiplication. So mul is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn multiplication. After multiplication, we have button division. So button division is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn division, that is div. After this, we have button clear is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn clear. And finally, we left with one button, that is button equals is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn equal, like this. Now we have registered all the button over here. Without registering, we cannot perform any operation on the particular button. After this, we have to actually register one more thing, that is the text view. So txt1 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot txt1. So now we have registered the text also. So first thing what we have to do is we have to code for the Set a click listener at each button. Whenever a particular button is clicked, we need to show that particular text onto the first text view inside this text view. So how to do that? For that, we have to set the click listener for the each button. So let me start with this button one. So btn1 dot set on click listener, and here you have to write new view, and here you have to select this one, android dot view. When you click on this method is implemented by default, and here you have to write like this: txt1 dot set text, and here you have to write txt1 dot get text. We have to extract the text inside that one, and we have to concatenate plus, and we have to add 1 over here. So let's start this and let's check if this works or not. When I click on 1, yeah, the text is visible. So when I click on 1 is over there, and when I click on 1, it shows adding 1 by 1. So what it's doing over here is, when I click on a particular button, that is 1, it get the text from this text view. Suppose for the first time, let me just close this. We have designed this one, Kelsey, and here first time when I click on this, now we have 1 inside this text view. So when next time when we click on this, first it extract this text, that is txt1.getText. This will have 1, and this one will be concatenated with this text. So 1 plus 1, while we concatenating the string, it will be 1 plus 1 will be 11 in the case of string. So that's why when I click again, this 1 plus 1 is done over here, and when I click on this one, 1 plus 1, 11 plus 1 is done over here. Okay, so this one is working fine. The same way we have to code for all of these buttons. So let's start with that. And actually we missed some stuff. We need some variables over here, so we have to initialize those variables. So float value first, float, and I need m value 1. This is the first value, and m value 2. And the second thing, and we need some boolean values like bd addition, and I need m subtract. Next thing, we need bd multiplication. Next thing, I need bd division. Okay, so we need these 2 variables and 4 boolean values. I will explain this why we need these values. Okay, so move back with the coding part. So we have to code for the remaining buttons. So btn2 dot set on click listener, new view on click listener like this, and txt1 dot set text, yeah, set text, txt1 dot get text plus 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to code for the same for till 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So move back to the top. This is for 1, this is for 2, this is for 3. So change this one to 3, and the text also to 3. This one to 4, change this one to 4, text to 4, this one to 5, and the text also to 5, 6, change this one to 6, this one to 7, and concatenating 7 over here. Finally change this one to 8, 8, and 9, change this one to 9, and this one to btn 0, and adding the text 0. After this, what we have to do is we have to check these stuff if this one is working fine or not. So I have started this one. And here you can see this when I click on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, every button is working except these plus minus and this clear button. So let me remove this and move back to the coding and code further. So first thing what I have to do is I have to code for this btn add. So move back over here, and here I'm going to write this button add dot set on click listener, and here I have to write new view on click listener. And here first thing I have to check that if txt1 dot txt1 is equal to null. If it's empty, then what I have to do is I have to simply write txt1 dot set text, and I want to set the null. In the else condition, what I have to do is I have to set the m value 1 is equal to float. I am going to convert the value to float type, so parse and txt1 dot get text plus empty string, like this. After this, I want to just make this btn addition is equal to true. And finally, I want to set the txt dot set text. I'm going to set null to this text. So what exactly going over here? First, whenever we click on any button that is from 1 to 9 and 0, we actually set the text to that text view. But in the case when we click on btn add, if the text, it's check for the text view 1, that if this one is clear, if clear it's set null to that. In the else condition, it stores the value from the text view to this m value 1. So here we have initialized two variables of float type, that is m value 1 and m value 2. So m value 1 is equal to, and float dot parse float, it means that string is converted into the float type and stored in this m value 1. After this, we have few boolean values. I have taken a few boolean values over here, that is bd addition, m subtraction, and bd multiplication and bd division. So what will be done over here is this boolean value will be turned to true, and this text box, the text view, will be converted to null. The text will be removed from that text view. After this, we are ready to enter the another number. So this is for the coding for this btn add is done. After this, in the same way, we have to code for btn subtract. So for that, we have to write like this: btn subtract button subtract dot set on click listener, new view on click listener, like this. And here we have to just write m value 1 is equal to float dot parse float, and here we have to write txt1 dot get text plus null, like this. After this, m subtract is equal to true. This is the second boolean value, that is either true or false. So whenever user enter the subtract symbol, it make that boolean value, the particular boolean value related to that subtract, true. And after this, we have to clear the txt1 dot set text and just clear this one by putting the empty string over here. In the same way, we have to code for this btn button multiplication. Multiplication dot set on click listener, new view on click listener, and inside this one we have to set the same, that is m value 1 is equal to float. Let me just copy this part and paste it over here, like this. And after this, we have to just make this one bd multiplication is equal to true, like this. And after this, we have to just clear this one. So btn dot set text and just set null over here. After this, we have one more button left, that is button division. So division dot set on click listener, new view on click listener. And here what I have to do is I have to just let me just copy this all stuff and paste it over here and just change this one to PD multiplication to division like this. Actually we miss, I guess, the dot. We miss the dot symbol, right? So what we have to do is we have to just put dot over here after this. So I'm going to add btn dot or btn dot. Let me just check if I have initialized that variable or not. So btn, yeah, button dot, it's button dot. Okay, so button dot set on click listener, new view on click listener, and here I have to set txt1 dot set text, txt1 dot get text plus dot inside this one. Now this will work fine. Now for every button, the text we have coded for multiplication, division, and other buttons as well, addition and subtraction. So let's start this and let's check. Here you can see this when I write 2.5 divide 1 and is equal to, nothing happens because we haven't coded for this equal to. We have coded for this multiplication, division, and addition. So I have stopped the project, and next thing what I have to do is I have to code for this btn equals. So button equal is equal to dot set on click listener, new view on click listener, and in this one what I have to do is first thing I have to check that if is equal to, if txt1 is not equal to null. So first thing I have to check if not txt1 dot equals null. If not, then enter into the if block, and in the else condition what I want to do is I want to just clear that txt1 dot set text, and I want to set this one to 0 if this is empty. Okay, so next thing in this one, whenever user click on equals, first thing what I have to do is I have to extract the second value. So first value will be stored when we either click on any of this symbol, that is plus, minus, um, multiplication and division. Whenever we click on those buttons, extract the first value and store it into this m value 1. So whenever user click on the equals symbol, so first thing I have to extract the m value 2 and is equal to float dot parse float, and here we have to write txt1 dot get text plus this one. After this we have to check if btn, not btn, it's bd addition is equal to true. It means that we have performed the plus operation, we have clicked on the plus operation, then this btn addition will be true. So here what I have to do is txt1 dot set text, and here we have to perform the plus operation. So we have two values, that is m value 1 plus m value 2, and we have to perform the addition operation. So when we this will actually add the value, and after that this will be set into this text view, edit text. After this what we have to do is I have to just make this pt addition to false, so is equal to false. So let's start this and let's check this if the plus button is working or not. So 5, if I click on minus and 1 and is equal to, nothing happens. But if I put this 1 plus 5 is equal to 6, this one is working fine. It means that our addition operation is working fine. So let me close this. After this we have to code the same way for the remaining buttons. So if m subtract is equal to true, then what I have to do is txt1 dot set text m value 1 and this one is for subtraction, so m value 1 minus m value 2 plus like this, and finally we have to make this m subtract is equal to false. After this we have to check for this bd multiplication is equal to true. If this one is true, then what we have to do is we have to set like this one, txt1 dot set text, and here m value 1, this is multiplication, m value 2 plus this one. And after this what I have to do is I have to just remove this, make this one false, multiplication is equal to false like this. And last thing we have division, so if bd division is equal to true, then what I have to do is txt1 dot set text m value 1 divide m value 2 plus this one, and finally bd division is equal to false like this. So now start this and let's see if this one is working or not. So I've started this one successfully, operation successful. 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 like this, and I'll perform the 4.022. This one is working fine. If I 4.22 is divided by 2 and is equal to 2 this one multiply by 3, so it's 6.033. Yeah, this one is working fine and everything is working fine, right? So next thing we have to code for this clear button, so we left that. So let me close this and stop this. Okay, after this we have to code for this clear button. So outside this will be btn clear button clear c dot set on click listener new view on click listener. And here what I have to do is I have to simply write txt1 dot set text, txt1 dot set text. I have to just clear this like this. Now start this and let's see the difference. So 55 plus 42 is equal to 97.0. When I click on clear, yeah, the text is clear. 66 divided by 2 is equal to 333. So this one is working fine. So everything is working and this one is fully functional. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, then please hit like and subscribe and share with your friends, and thanks for watching. Just stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.